Hey guys, how's it going? It is the real Randy Chavez. Early video today because I have so much to do later. And remember when I said don't have kids because they will scream in the middle of the night and they will wake you up. And this is what I am dealing with today. So, going right into it, we have a Charizard base set first edition BGS 9. Now the subgrades, we had 9s for centering and edges and a 9.5 for everything else. So it's probably one of the best 9s that you could get, and it sold for $11,000. I think that is undervalued considering a lot of the first edition PSA 9s get between like 12 and 15. The $11,000, I think, a really, really fair price. I think it's a little bit undervalued considering all the other sales we've had. Moving on past that, Metal Energy, first edition BGS 10. Now, everything was a 10 except for the surface, which was a 9.5, but it still has that 10. The owner of this sent it off to PWCC because he's like, you know what? This $5,000 offer I have, I think I can get more. So he declined a $5,000 offer, and he sent it off to PWCC. So we'll see that next month. That is heckin' insane. We had 2 pre-release Clefables. One was a 6, PSA 6, that sold for $217, and one was a 7, that sold for $380. There's only 279 pre-release Clefables that were submitted to PSA and that are graded, and these are 2 of them. We had a Gengar first edition PSA 9, sold for $365. And we had another Metal Energy, but this is first edition PSA 8. This only sold for $35, but it was $25 shipping, so $60 for that. Sabrina's Alakazam, first edition PSA 9, $297, which is a record price point, $28 in shipping as well. So maybe if it wasn't a foreign UK sale, maybe it would have gotten less, around the $250 that we've seen. And PSA 9, even getting $250, when the 10 is getting $550, I'm not saying you're overpaying for the 9, but the 10 is really, really, really undervalued. Again, I've been saying that for a while. Brock's Rhydon first edition PSA 9, so for $215. We had what is this? I don't know what GPS. Oh, I'm sorry. Giovanni's Machamp first edition PSA 9 sold for $174, but this also had $26 shipping, so about $200 for the 9. It's heckin' ridiculous. Then we had a Dark Hypno first edition PSA 8 sold for $62. There's a bunch of gold stars here. Rayquaza Gold Star PSA 6 sold for $1,525. And that had a couple of bids on it. So it wasn't just like one person. No, it had a few bids on it. Celebi Gold Star from PSA 8 sold for $360. And then we had another one, Celebi Gold Star, PSA 9 sold for $660. Then we had a Raikou Gold Star, PSA 7 from Unseen Forces, sold for $187. Alakazam Gold Star, I really like this one, PSA 9, and this one sold for $350. So I think that's really fair. That's like a Gold Star Alakazam PSA 9 sold for $350 is great. We had a Torchic Gold Star PSA 9. This one only had one bid, but it got $1,500. So that Torchic Gold Star PSA 9, $1,500, record price point for that one. Steelix first edition PSA 10. I sold mine like 2 months ago for $550. This one got $350. I didn't see anything wrong with it. The seller had 100% feedback. It was kind of an old cert number, started with a 2, but it didn't warrant, I think, something that, $200 less than the, only 60% of what the record price point was. So I should have bought it, but I didn't. So, yeah. We have a Gold Star Charizard PSA 9, so for $2,150. Not quite a record price point there, but that is just another data point. Dark Magneton first edition PSA 9, so for $172. Typhlosion number T18 first edition PSA 9. This is one that's easier to grade. It's more common. Another retrace, $550. And then we have a Misty's Tentacruel PSA 9, sold for $112. We had a Snorlax first edition PSA 9, sold for $355. Same thing. I couldn't find anything wrong with it. We've seen like $430, $450, almost $500 of these sell for. So for $355, whoever got that for a steal. Probably because the auction ended at like fucking 3 a.m, and that's probably why. And that's why it matters when auctions end. Like 7 a.m, 3 a.m. really the best time to end is probably like 9, 10 o'clock at night, because that's when, people are up, family dinner with their family's done with, and now they're, that's just what they're doing. Erica's Clefable First Edition PSA 9 sold for $121. And we had a Magneton from Neo Revelation. There's so many Magnetons. We have Magneton base set, Magneton Fossil. We have a Dark Magneton from Rocket Set. And we have Lieutenant Surge's Magneton from Gym Heroes. And a Magneton from Neo Revs. It's like the 5th Magneton made. But the First Edition PSA 9 still got $85. So people aren't tired of it. Vileplume First Edition PSA 9 sold for $90, but I think the reserve was not met. No. The Vileplume First Edition PSA 9, that did sell for $90. And then we had another Vileplume First Edition PSA 9. The winning bid was $90, but the reserve was not met. It's like, what the fuck do you want? Speaking of reserve not met, Jolteon First Edition PSA 9 sold for $368. Reserve was not met, so those are both relisted. And then a Dark Alakazam First Edition PSA 9 sold for $133. That is a record price point for that card. I forget what I was going to say. I tried. Okay. So yeah, a lot of people, when they want to trade something, it seems to me the pattern has been, it doesn't matter what the value of the card is. They only want a First Edition PSA 10. And that's just, I've tried that, from Shining Card. You tried to get Shining cards. I tried to get other WotC's cards. It really doesn't seem to matter what the value is, because you could have T17, PSA 9. They're like, nope, only one PSA 10. I was like, all right, well, no one's getting that. And they're just, because I said I have a bunch from Neo Genesis, the PSA 9. They're like, nope, only PSA 10. I was like, do you know how freaking hard that is to get a PSA 10 from Neo Genesis? Again, depending on the card. I've had Ampharos. I think I have a Blossom now. I've had Steelix. So I've had a bunch from Neo Genesis. It's the ones that are easy to grade. So anyway, guys, that's it for me today. Wish me luck, because I have going on like no sleep because of the child. And then, girlfriend later. So I love you all. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I love you. Bye-bye.